What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Before we get started, please drop a like on this video, guys, as we're trying to grow this channel and continue this journey. And if you're brand new here, please consider subscribing. We put out content at least once or twice a week. And yeah, we have fun, spread positive vibes. So let's get right into it. I wanted to talk about time again today and the price and look at some news. So we see today we're down to, we've been staying around $2,900, which is scaring some more people. So I wanted to kind of speculate because I'm the first one to say it. I am no expert. Even the guys that have hundreds of thousands, millions of followers on any social media platform, they can have the most beautiful technical analysis layout that you've ever seen. It can look like the Mona Lisa right in front of you. But those guys or myself, we can't predict what's going on. I can only hypothesize, speculate, just like y'all can. So I just wanted to put that out there. But we see today we're down 11%. We're at around the $2,900 level. And we can actually see past 24 hours, we've been on a steady decline from around 3,300 all the way down to in the 28s. So why is that? What's going on? We can look at the volume and see that the volume is up. The volume's pretty high today as far as 24-hour volume. We're at 81 million. I don't know much about Redacted Cartel. I've seen it around, but it has a nice chunk of 24-hour volume as well as the original, the OG Ohm. So, see the price chart on the right, the steady decline has more people freaking out, more people panicking. Why is that? Now, I got on Deck Screener because I was looking at the chart, just kind of trying to follow and trying to identify or see a pattern of what's going on. And I started looking at the buys and sells down here at the bottom. Hopefully y'all can see this. The greens are buys, the reds are sells, obviously. And I noticed that it seems like the sells are far outweighing the buys. Just sheer dollar amount. You can see these buys in the hundreds, maybe $1,000, even 25. But look at these sells, 24,105. Then we have some nice buys of $3,000, almost $3,000. There's a sell for 16,506, 8,303, 5,900, 20,900. It just seems like they're not as frequent. Obviously, there's a lot of buys, but look at the buys. Guys are buying in $15, $279. In comparison to the sales, here's 4 straight sales that equate to about $76,000. So it just seems to me like these sales are far outweighing the buys, not in frequency, but as far as dollar amount. Because you have to consider this too, guys. Wonderland, the project itself, has been around. People have been staking for probably 120 days. So if they put $100,000 in, or even $50,000 when this project first came out, they've been rebasing for 3 and 4 months. They're going to be taking profits. I just think that makes logical sense. They're going to be, and there's a nice buy, 9,396, but I still stand by that. I think in the past day, the sales are far outweighing the buys as far as sheer volume. And I think the guys, especially the whales that have been staking for a long time, they're starting to dip out. Or they're dipping out and then waiting for this thing to go lower and seeing if they can re-enter. Now, there's a couple nice buys coming in. There's a $20,000. But I wanted to look at Twitter because I think there's some good stuff. You can look at this guy's I don't want to lose it. MCP is his Twitter handle. And Danny had basically, he liked this tweet, and looks like this guy has a pattern. And he bought in, which I always recommend dollar cost averaging. If you see the price low and you got in at 8K, 7, 6K, consider putting some more money in this thing and riding it out. And he made this interesting channel right here, and I think it paints a good picture, because I have seen, and again, looking at Deck Screener, we've been pretty steady. I checked this a couple hours ago, so this really goes back at least 8 hours, where we've been either up a couple percent or we've been down a couple percent, but we've been pretty steady in that range for at least 8 hours. And looking at the price, I think to say that there's a channel between 2,800 and 4,300, we could be riding in that channel, which makes sense. Now, this is just a drawing, so it looks good, but if it goes below that, this layout right here becomes completely irrelevant, obviously. But I have seen us a couple times be in this range of 2,800, 2,900, and I don't think we fell below that. I don't think we've been at 2,500. I'd have to go back and look, but I've seen us at 28, maybe in the 27s, the high 27s, but I'm pretty sure we've been stagnant around 28, 29, and we've had ups and downs within that channel. Now, of course, y'all's favorite Twitter account, DGen DeFi, he shares the news, tells you what's going on, and he shares right here another time whale alert. A whale sold 480.37 time for over $1.3 million at an average price of $28.91. Now, why would you sell that low? I'm not sure. But then again, you got to think about the rebasing, the compounding. This guy could have got in right at the beginning, so he's probably up a good bit. And he could have been dollar cost averaging the whole way. But that is a massive transaction. If we're looking at the app, we're still staying steady between that 60,000 to 70,000 APY range. Treasury balance still looks super, super healthy. These are my numbers. You don't have to pay it any attention because I'm still small. I'm not a whale. I'm not anywhere close. I'm just an average Joe. Time price $28.56. Like I said, it's kind of been in between that $2,800, $2,900 range. Market cap of almost $2.4 billion. Total value locked $1.7 billion. APYs stayed strong, and the runway has stayed strong for how long this project can run. So everything's still looking okay in my opinion, guys. If you're worried about the price, do some dollar cost averaging. Look at Deck Screener, which is a very good resource because you can see these massive sells and not so massive buys happening in real time. You can look at the price, how it's been for the past hour, 6 hours, past day, which we're down 12% on the day now. But really good resources out here. Of course, good information on Twitter. I just wanted to share some of this with y'all, and hopefully we can bounce back up in the next week. I will be sure to update y'all, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Y'all have a nice day.